the world's safest DJ. Step into the party, but don't be alarmed. There's a guy in the booth with a sweater so warm. No strobe lights flash, no bass too loud, just a nice even volume that pleases the crowd. No mosh pits here, no risky moves, just gentle head bobs and comfortable grooves. He's got a playlist, certified nice, nothing too spicy, just sugar and spice. He's the world's safest DJ, keeping it light. Every song's a classic, nothing too hype. No sudden drops, no risky bass, just warm fuzzy feelings and a comfy place. He's handing out cocoa, a blanket or two. If you're feeling chilly, he's looking out for you. No dance-offs here, just polite little sways. Every request, of course, right away. Maybe his mixes don't really flow, and transitions, well, they're kinda slow. But does it matter? No, no, not at all. 'Cause you're wrapped in a hug like a human marshmallow. Oh, he's the world's safest DJ, keeping it light. Every song's a classic, nothing too hype. No sudden drops, no risky bass, just warm fuzzy feelings and a comfy place. So if you need a party but don't wanna scare, the safest DJ will always be there. He won't rock the house, won't drop the beat, but you'll leave that night feeling safe and sweet. This would definitely be a very relaxing party.
Hi. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are. It's me, Aaron Strawn, the world's safest DJ. I hope everybody's being safe out there. Uh, this is no longer the DJ show. We're gonna be the DJ doo-doo show. Curse words are just too offensive. I just know some of you guys aren't feeling safe out there, and that's super important to me. Now available for $19.95. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I didn't have one safe enough. Mine was a little too risque. This purple just makes me feel good and safe in here. So, look, I appreciate it. Let me say hi to people. Thank you. That was a banger, right? I'm gonna drop that. I'm putting that in the members list. So if you are a member, which I just showed you earlier, thank you everybody who's a member. Supports the channel, makes this possible. If you haven't already, jump on there and do that. But I will put that up on the members only section. So if you want to listen to that again, I was in here just like, I was like, I wanted it to have like a John Denver kind of vibe, because you know what's funny during the Super Bowl? I don't know where you guys were watching it, but when the Country Roads song came on, whatever party you were at, did everybody in the room just start singing it? I was at a bowling alley. And all of a sudden, everybody, country roads, Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, right? Everybody was singing that one. Too soon. We lost him too soon. Let me say hi, people. Where can you buy merch? So, in the video description and just there's my store. My store is in there, so you can see that. Is there a delay on my mic at all? There is. Make sure that all feels good, looks good, sounds good. Thank you. What's up from Portland, Nick? What's up, buddy? Two people from Portland. Wait, did I read that wrong? No, you said the merch. You said you're from Portland. Marco, what's up from Portland? Dude, it's a banger, right? It's unbelievable. What other songs you guys play? Do you ever play any other John Denver at at an event? Doesn't have to just be a wedding. Ever drop any his he's got such a cool vibe. What movie did I just watch where his song was like pivotal in the whole thing? Oh, damn it, I just watched it. Honey, what did we just watch? Final Destination. So we're walking through some old movies with my daughter, like the old horror movies from the 2000s. And if you want a movie, if you're curious, like what did kids in high school dress like in the 2000s? That movie will tell you for sure. The hairstyle was dead on, the crop tops, like the belly shirts, just down the middle, the bangs. And the only thing that was wrong with that movie was they cast Sean William Scott, who I believe did like the Stifler either the year before or year after, and it was just poorly casted because he was playing like some weenie in it, and it didn't make any other sense. Hi, Kim. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There aren't any other ones, really? Oh yeah, thank God I'm a country boy. That's true. Yep. Goes really, really well with single ladies. Okay. Rocky Mountain. Well, yeah, but I was thinking of the one I'm gonna take this off. It's too hot. I'm dying in this sweater. I don't know how you can do it. Yeah, I was giving off Hugh Hefner vibes for sure. Let's talk about. I got some things to talk about today. We'll talk about RCF, and if they don't fix this, I just shocked myself. If they don't fix this problem, then I might not purchase another one. I might not. Let's see how many people are here. 41. Can you guys get me to 20 likes? There's only 4. That's obscene. Let's talk about I'm going to very briefly talk about the Super Bowl halftime show because I don't really have an opinion on it. So I'm not going to step into something I don't understand. Okay? All the symbolism went over my head. I missed all of it. I will admit I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. I don't have any of his songs on rotation. Nothing against him. He's a lyricist poet. His words are great. Like the way he puts words together. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody better. He got the halftime show. No, he did it. He did a guest appearance a couple years ago. Remember with Dre? And Snoop and 50 Cent. And I will admit that during that performance, I felt like his part was my least favorite. Okay? So I'm not a fan. So I don't have a lot to say about this. Because I don't care. I just don't, whatever. Like, I knew as soon as you jumped on Facebook, everyone was going to be like, it's the worst show ever. Like, really? I don't think so. Couldn't have been the worst show ever. But somebody wrote, the purpose of it was to divide and dissent and create discussion. My argument against that is I'd say, okay, but maybe not do that during the Super Bowl. I'm sitting there eating chicken wings with my Uncle Louie. It's just with kids running around. I didn't see a lot of 8-year-olds going, well, I really get the symbolism here. I think that, a lot of the complaint was entertain us. I kind of agree with that for the Super Bowl. It's supposed to be, hey, everybody in America, we're here. Let's dial into this one thing. I appreciate his using the platform to get a message out, right? I get that. But I also get why people are like, I don't get it. So I see both sides. Me, I didn't give a fuck. I kept bowling. I bowled a 160, by the way, during that halftime show. So that's all I have to say about it. That's it. I don't. That's it. And I think we should all just. That's fine. If you didn't like it, all right. It's all right. I don't understand why you gotta go on Facebook and tell people you don't like it. Just tell the people in the room that you were in. I didn't like it. All right. Let's move on. That's all I have to say. Now, the other thing I'm gonna say this. I did have a theory. I can't believe how badly the Chiefs got killed. You got killed in the Super Bowl. I was not expecting that. See, I respect that, Mac. You liked it. I Yeah, right. Nothing controversial ever happening on this show again. I seriously, this is exactly what I think though. I seriously, I scrolled past all the whatever. Everybody that was like, what? I don't care. It wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. But it got me thinking about like Super Bowl performances and as an artist, is that a good gig to get? And financially probably. Now I know they don't get paid. That is the ultimate exposure gig, right? Because that's what I've read, that the artists don't get paid. It's like, no, we're getting you. And I think this year was like the most views, right? Like 155 million people watched it. That's intense. I hope that translated to plays and downloads for him, and he made a lot of money that night. Which I'm sure it did. A lot of people never heard of him, I bet. And then now they did. So, I mean, that's pretty insane. So, yes, as a DJ, when you hear that, like, well, it's exposure, right? The Super Bowl, on the other hand, I think I'd take that gig for free. However, you got to remember something. And I think it's why I don't think we'll ever see Taylor Swift do it, right? And that's the ultimate choice. Like, she's the biggest star, whatever. But why I don't think she'll do it, and it was, I mean, if there's any in her head thinking like, well, maybe, I mean, her getting booed probably should have been like, yeah, I'm not gonna skip this one. And here's why. Most of the people at the Super Bowl were there for the football game, right? I mean, you got to say 90%, 95, maybe 5% of the people said, yeah, I'll spend $5,000 to go see Kendrick do a 15-minute set, which seems kind of wild to me. I think that the halftime show is a bonus, but for the most part, I'm guessing that most of that crowd got up and went and got nachos. That's what halftime's for. That's what intermission's for. Go get some nachos. So as a performing artist, you have to think to yourself, do I want to, yes, it's the largest crowd I'll ever perform in front of. However, not everybody, they didn't ask for this. Like, they didn't pay to see me. They paid to watch the football game, and now I'm doing this thing. And so I think it opens you up to a lot more negativity, But on the other hand, I started thinking, like, I think it'd be kind of cool if a DJ did the Super Bowl. Now, hear me out. Here's why. When I was thinking about it, I was like, what would I want? Like, what would be like my Super Bowl show? That'd be like, God damn, right? I would say if they could do like a 1997 to 2005 artist set, the top number ones from that time period, and just everybody just came out. Like, imagine if, look, don't judge me, okay? I'm just telling you what was a big song at the time. If Santana pops up and Rob Thomas popped out and they did Smooth. Right? That crowd will go fucking nuts. Big song, and then move on to something else, just like kind of like bring out, and then Third Eye Blind did, what would I want them to play? Maybe Jump, or Jumper, or whatever the song is. Just something like that. That'd be fun. And then you switch around to different genres, bring them out. But I was like, well, wait a second. That's what a DJ does. That's what a DJ does. That's what we do. We do that. And then, so if you had a DJ that was kind of like just doing great word plays and doing some scratching and doing some fun stuff. What happened? How did I get all these members all of a sudden? Oh, Nick, thank you. Thanks, bro. To get some memberships out. Yeah, well, maybe there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I never saw any footage of that, so I'm guessing they were into it. But you know, thanks for Kevin for doing that, giving out some memberships there. Um, imagine a one hit one. Okay, bro, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Natalie Imbruglia. Nothing's right out turn. Right? Oh my God, she comes out, does that hit, and then maybe wrap the whole thing up with "Hey Ya." My baby don't mess it. Bring Outcast out. That'd be bitchin'. Which, by the way, I heard that they're up for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is awesome. But I don't know. I just think that would be fun. So what if a DJ went out there and, visually, so here's the challenge. You'd have to have dancers or some sort of choreography or something, or maybe every now and then, like the artist of the song you were playing came out and sang it, as you played it or something. I don't know. Wouldn't that be fun? Because then you could just kind of jump around everything and then really get people at the Super Bowl up and dancing. I don't know. You got one guy on a little stage, just like pretending to move the knobs between. That would be kind of funny. Pass the mic. I don't know what that is, but I just think it'd be fun. Yeah, you would. You'd have to have something to look at visually, because that's the most challenging part of a DJ is when you do your mix, which is the thing you just did, and then you're letting the song play out for 90 seconds or 2 minutes. Now what? You're just kind of sitting there, right? You could do the hands in the air, hey, 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 for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That might get old. So for sure, you would need some choreography, some fun dancing going on down at the bottom, something cool going on there. But I don't know. You think it's a terrible idea? I don't think it's a terrible idea. Now we're getting some. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, some one hit wonders right there. Bring out Sixpence None the Ritzer, do Kiss Me. 500 miles. Oh man, Chumbawamba. I get knocked out. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? You just kind of roll through. I think it'd be fun. That's a good pick. I was surprised that they didn't pick Sabrina this year. So I don't know. They typically don't always pick like the top artist of whatever. But she definitely can't really, she had some of the most, like one of the most number ones this year. Who else? But for sure that was surprised that she didn't get picked to do it. Anyways, I don't give a fuck. All right, you guys help me on here. I think I'm getting scammed. And by the way, I'm still not at 20 likes, and there's 70 people here. So set it to 30. Get it to 30. I know I'm trying to make sure it's safe for everybody. I want to make sure that they're all having a good time. Right? Weird Al. Oh my God. Now that would be. I think people would be like, oh shit, at first, and then like, what the hell? Am I drunk? Could he do I'm fat? Oh my God, what if that was his opener? Because I'm fat. And he came out in that suit, Weird Al doing I'm fat. Immediately, the producers are like, we told that motherfucker not to play that song. And yet here we are. Oh, man. You have to remember it is picked by Rock Nation. Now, AK, what do you mean? Who's picked by Rock? Oh, yeah, I guess I don't know. I have no idea who picks the halftime shows. I have no idea. Now, if you had a DJ and wireless setups with the walkabout carriers in the crowd, okay, that's a cool idea. So they got like a little Denon Prime Go or whatever, and they're going around and like high fiving. I don't think it's a bad idea. Hairspray's been to 5 Super Bowls. Wow, that's sick. Beyonce, Katy Perry. Yeah, massive. Yeah. Spectacular. That's what we're expecting, you know? Who was it that came down from wasn't it Lady Gaga that came down from the roof? Remember? Didn't she come who's come down from roof? And then you can't I mean, honestly, right, there's no argument. Prince, Michael Jackson standing there for what, 2 solid minutes, didn't move? You know you are I wonder how the advertisers were feeling, like, "Jesus, is he gonna sing?" Just stood there for 2 minutes while people were screaming. Legend, right? See, I don't know how I feel about the hologram thing, though. I mean, it would be cool to see him, but, um, doesn't that feel a little icky to you guys? You know, it's almost like a fucking ghost is singing to you, you know? As, like, interesting as that is, I still at the end everyone but in your head, you're like, "Yeah, but he's dead." You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, it was Katy Perry that came down? I thought it was okay. I remember somebody coming down, and then I remember I'll tell you what, one of the first oh, Rihanna did it? Maybe everybody did it. Maybe everybody did it. Because I thought it was Gaga. Gaga dove from the roof, then threw down the mic and caught a football. Oh, damn. That's sick. Black Eyed Peas came down too, so everybody's doing that. All right, nothing interesting about that. But I will remember one of my first Super Bowl halftime shows I ever remember, and you guys that are older than me maybe have to help me remember who was playing, but I remember Donna Summer. That's like I feel like that's the first Super Bowl halftime show I remember. I was at my grandparents' house. It was on like a little 12-inch tube TV. And oh God, I don't know how old I was. I had to be like under 10. But I remember it was Donna Summer, and I remember she also was on wires at some point. I feel like, and I can't verify that, but in my head, I thought I remember her singing "I Will Survive" while on the strings, and I remember thinking, even as a kid, like, is she saying that because she's hoping that that's what's happening right now? I will survive, hopefully, as they carry me around this place. I hope I don't, is that what happened? Which Super Bowl was that? I know. It was a Donna Summer one. But that was one of the first ones I remember. You guys put in chat. What's one of the first halftime shows? Oh man, that would be interesting. Maybe enough time has passed where that would be okay, you know? But the thing about Michael Jackson is like, whether you agree with it or not, he's still polarized, you know? Because even like, I would be down for a Chris Brown halftime show. He's got enough hits. But I think that would probably rub people the wrong way. He'd never get that gig. 96. Okay, so I was like 14 or 15. 96 Donna Summer. Okay. So maybe that's not the earliest one. I remember the earliest Super Bowl I watched was the Giants and the Bills. I remember that one. It was like the Bills remember they went like 4 times in a row? Oh Jesus, what am I talking about? Yeah, I was doing the wrong song there. Yeah. So what song why was I hearing her sing I Survive? All right. Well, brain's all mixed up. Thank you for you're right. That was the wrong song for the wrong artist. Maybe did she cover it? Maybe. 20 years ago. Give me a break. That was more than that. Was it 20 years? Yeah, no. 30 years ago now. 30 years ago. So I don't know. Yeah, I remember the Giants and the Bills. It was like their 4th timer in a row and they lost or something. Okay. You guys help me out with this. I'm such a dumbass. Is this a scam? Got this email yesterday. And did anyone else get this exact email from Gil? Hello, I'm Gil from Gershani Creative. We have 2 private events coming up on February 28th and March 28th, 2025. And we're looking for a DJ to perform. If you're interested, please let me know your availability and your present location. Red flag number 1. Actually, red flag number 1 is 2 events. All right. Upcoming. One, which is in like 2 weeks. Red flag number 2, at your present location. So what's happening is these guys are getting smart enough to know Well, instead of us trying to track down these DJs in their, and try to give them a specific location, let's let them tell us where they're living. All right. I'd be happy to send over more details about the event and discuss further. Best, Gil, co founder of Creative Director, Gershoni Creative and Dyslexic Design Thinking. Red flag number 4. Creative and Dyslexic Design Thinking. What the hell does that mean? Dyslexic design thinking. Um, did the translation get goofed up here? Now, I looked it up and there's an actual website. It's a website and it's all about Gil. So um they're doing their best to sort of make this look and sound more real. And at first I was like, "Oh, there's a real website." But then as you look through it, you're like, "What the hell is this place though?" Gil, you got to be careful. You got to be careful because what this is going to end up being, and I saw, I don't know if you guys watched the video. There was another DJ that posted a video about, right? I mean, what does that even mean? Do you want, no offense if you're dyslexic out there. I'm going to try to be safe in what I say here. However, if you're dyslexic, I don't want you designing anything for me. Everything is backwards. You know what I mean? Missing letters. I imagine if someone dyslexic made the McDonald's arches and they show up and it's a W, it's upside down. Like, what the fuck did you? So this is a warning to you guys, especially, and this is more not for like the seasoned. You guys can see these, a mile away. But for you new DJs, especially those of you that are like that, are looking for gigs. And so when something hits your mailbox like this, you're like, "Oh my god, 2 gigs. Gil needs somebody. Perfect. I'm open." The Dyslexic Design Thinking Creative Group is needing a DJ. I'm on it. All right? And you know how this goes. The first thing that they're going to want to do is send you some money. And they're going to send you more than what you quoted them. So let's say I quote this guy $5,000. Well, they're going to send me 10. Aaron, do us a favor. I'm going to send you 10. But I need you to pay the caterers and the planner. Having a problem with my bank. However, I'm going to give it to you. Now, deposit it and it will clear. And then take those funds and then pay everybody else. And then you know what happens next. Then they go against it and now you're fucked. Right? And they got you. So watch out for these things. They're getting more impressive. We all got the ones that were like, "Hello, sir," right? "My daughter birthday party on 13 February next week. What quote will you give? I pay. You are DJ. I live near you. Can you do?" That's what we're used to. And now AI. Oh, man. Gil from Gershoni Creative, the Dyslexic Design Thinking. Now, it would be funny if this was a real place and I'm just flaming this guy. There's no fucking way. This ain't real. This ain't real. But they're making websites. So if you're I'm just telling you guys, be careful out there. All right? They're getting better at this. I don't know how they could get even better at it, but the scam is real. The scam is real. You gotta be careful out there. I think that's who I am referring to as well. I think that's the video I watched where he got like way, way deep in the rabbit hole with this thing. Like he was doing everything they asked. He took their money, he paid somebody, and then they're like, "We'll pay you back." And I mean, he got really into it. And the other thing is this, the number one thing for me is I need to physically talk to you. Okay? Which is why I do Zoom calls. or a phone call. I don't. I think I've only ever booked one gig via email, a wedding, and it was just because it was like a. They were like, we love you. You're in. Here you go, and they paid me the deposit and everything, so it was fine. But with these corporate things, what I would do is like, hey, if you're unsure, then just go, let's schedule a phone call. And if they don't do that, then just move on. Even if like, no problem, I give cash. Quick. Do you take gold? So don't get scammed out there, guys. All right. They're out there. They're getting better. They're coming for you. Okay. So when these things happen, my advice is stay on the phone. Get on the phone with them. Only accept payments up to the exact amount of your agreement. Agreed. No more require payments a month in advance and let them know that anything after 1 month advance is going to be non-refundable. Yeah, don't ever let anybody. I mean, that's the number. As soon as you hear the hey, we will pay you more, then they got you on the hook. So as desperate as you are, and I know it's tough. Like for some of you guys like me, where this is off season, um, I guess, what are some tips and tricks that you're doing to stay afloat during this time? I had 2 gigs this month, and then I think I have 1 or 2 in January, nothing in March. 0. No gigs in March, all right? So, the good news is this is booking season too, so I just booked one today. One of the things that I did to help is just up your deposit. Like, I know I've gone on file going, I don't like taking a lot of money up front because I feel like I'm doing a free gig later on. However, this is the time of year where like you need it. So up your deposit if you have to. But what else are you guys doing? Especially like the full time. I'm speaking more like full time wedding DJs, and you're in like an area like me where it's a little slower. One idea that I had. Oh, you're doing Uber Eats, yeah. One idea that I had too was, and it's probably too late for this, but I'm going to really um, put a lot of brain power time into trying to make the photo booth go out more often. I did a party, I did a event for somebody, a clothing store, and got $800 for like 3 hours or 4 hours for it. And, they were right down the street from me. I'm like, "Oh my god, that is one of the easiest money I ever made." Right? I set it especially I have the max boost, so it's all battery powered, so I just set it up in the clothing store. I branded it for them. I set up everything, and I just went and picked it up and tore it down. That's the nice thing about either, like, the salsa booth or the max booth. You don't need an attendant. I don't print, text everything. But the idea is, like, I wanna, like if I could send that thing out, like, 4 or 5 times a month, especially during January through March where it's a little slower, that might be a good way to start bringing in some money, because weddings aren't and if there are weddings, most people are looking for discounts during this time of year, and I don't do discounts. I don't offer and you might be saying, like, "Well, Aaron, you're leaving money on the table." Maybe, but I can't wrap my head around doing something cheaper than what I normally do. You know what I mean? Like, unless I decide, like, well, I gave you a 70% off, so you're getting 70% of my what I do, and I'm not gonna do that. But, I don't know. I know maybe some of you guys offer discounts during this time of year. I've done that a couple times, but I don't feel good about that. Man, 50% is so much, though. See, that's the thing. But you know what? It's at that time of year when you're really busy, like August, September, October, which for me are my busiest months. You know, it's like a slush fund. So getting half of that is gonna be fine. Where you been, Nathan? You missed everything. You gotta go back. You gotta go back. You gotta read my hot take on the halftime show. It's gonna get me canceled. You gotta listen to the song I put. Um, if you're a wedding DJ at the rate that Aaron or myself or many others are, then do some smaller events for 250 an hour. Yes, yes. Right. So booking yourself out to some of those, like I did the daddy daughter dance, which is now the parent dance. That's something you can do for a couple $100. And I had the photo booth, so I charged them $100 for the photo booth for 2 hours. But yeah, just trying to find some other things you can do during this time of year. It's a little tough on the wedding DJ. It's a little tough this time of the year. All right. That's why I don't know how many people out there buying speakers this time of year. It's a little tough to put that on. Okay. Let's talk about RCF. That way this isn't clickbait. RCF. You have a problem. You have a problem. This is now beyond a uh one, occasional, sometimes it happens. This is now becoming an actual issue for them, and it needs to be fixed. Especially if you want to continue to charge the prices you do, which I would say RCF is a premium product for what they charge. As they should, it's good. The product is good. Okay? This is bad. This. This is bad. Why is this happening so much? And it's to the point where it needs to be publicly addressed. It needs to be solved. Okay? Um my guess is, and it's when I experience, because this happened to me. These aren't mine. I saw this in one of the groups. These are actually two different cases. Actually, this guy got his white speakers, and look how fucking beat up they are. It's ridiculous, right? It comes down to their packaging. Okay, I honestly don't think it is, Brian. I really don't. Here's why. Because I get stuff delivered to me all the time, and nothing shows up looking like this. Nothing. I get stuff all the time. Big stuff. I just put a video out on it. It was my new surround sound system, which if you're looking for something, I highly suggest it. I got this JBL, and it was on sale too. I got it like for 50% off or some crazy deal. Like it retails at like $1,200, and I got it for like $560 or something. Right now it's at $799. But it's a JBL 9.1 surround sound system, and the thing that I liked about it was that the speakers that go behind you, they come off of the main bar, and they're wireless and battery powered, and you can stick them on the back of your walls, and they come with little mounts. And now you get a full surround sound system. I'm telling you, it fills the room. The sub is nice and loud. It's a game changer. If you're looking for an entry level like surround sound system, I highly recommend it, because once you're done, you get about 10 hours of battery out of the speaker, and then you plug them back into the main bar, and it charges it. And then you just take them out and you just set them up where you want them. That came in foam. That came perfectly delivered. But RCF, you got to fix this. Now, I will say this too. Yeah, right? 9.1. You feel it everywhere. I mean, when I first turned this thing on, Amy, how loud was it? No, I'm not doing a joke. She goes, "How loud was it?" No, the surround sound system. Yeah. Yeah. It shook the house. But closet was shaking. I woke my son up. He came down terrified. He's like, "Is there a tornado?" But I mean, it's great. So if you're looking for something entry and you just got a home, whatever, highly, highly, highly recommend. You don't have to run any cables. It's really fun. But this is a problem. This is a problem. And I don't like foam. It's one of the most annoying things to get rid of after you buy something is tearing down the boxes and all that fucking foam. I break it up, and then as soon as you break it, then they go, all the little particles go everywhere. And then it takes like 3 garbage trips to get it all out of your house. You guys got to start hitting that like button. I don't like seeing 26. That's no good. There's 70 people here. Let's go. Let's go. Hit that like button. You got to get me to 50 before I get out of here. All right. But I don't know. What did I see here? Somebody just said that I had to have 3 sets sent to me. They eventually had to ship on a pallet. Oh my God. So how much money are they losing because of this? What did that cost? And I know. Speaking to manufacturing companies, all right, the ones that are the dealers, man, the reason why everything is so expensive, guys, it's all that shipping. The shipping is crazy. The shipping is crazy what you have to pay to get something like this to your house, right? So now you got to double it and send it back, right? Now you're wasting your time because I got to drive this to wherever, send it back, and now I got to wait to get more. And I can't imagine, bro, getting the next set and it's still being goofed up and you have to reach out to them again and go, it's beat up again. It is. They're poor. When I open them up, it's just cardboard in there. That's all it is. It's cardboard, and you've got these wood things, and they're shaking around. I don't blame UPS or FedEx. You do you want you know? Do you really want these guys having to like gingerly like? They don't give a fuck. They're delivering 14,000 packages a day. They don't give a shit. RCF, you gotta fix this. Gotta fix this. Here's the thing. It's I think that if you ever heard them, and I still have this opinion about RCF. They're not the end all get all. I don't think they're the best. I'm not brand loyal to them. I do like the RCF Evox 12s. The Maui 44s sound better. They do. But they're heavier. That's the only reason why. The only reason why the RCFs are downstairs and the Mauis are gone is because they're lighter. They're still harsh to me. They just seem harsh, especially the louder they get. So I'm excited because at the end of the month, I am going out to New Jersey. Anybody from Jersey? I'm going to New Jersey to hang out with all the cool dudes over at KPODJ. They're having me come out, bringing me out there to shoot some content. And what I'm hoping to do is they're getting their hands on the EV 70 and the 90. I believe the 90. I know for sure the 70. And so I'm actually going to be able to see it, look at it, physically touch it, and listen to it. And my hope is there while we're there is to bust out an Evox 12, a Maui 44, and just do a little showdown. I know that's what you guys want to see. I don't know, how does this hold up? Now, we're not going to really physically get your hands on these things till the summer, so this is a big opportunity. So I'm super stoked about this. I will hook up a microphone to it, and I will see how far does it throw. Now, doing this through KPODJ, I promise you I will be, objective and honest. And I promise you, I will not say things just to keep in good graces within these companies. While walking the line to make sure these opportunities still present themselves to me. I'm excited. I'm super excited to hear these things in person. Now, what I'm hearing is, just keep in mind that 15 sub is going to be big. It's going to be way bigger than 50. So I'm going to hear that. So what else, you guys tell me some things that you want me to check out when I get there. And if you don't write it in the comments, put them in the comments if you're rewatching this video or even right now. Or just Instagram message me. And if you haven't already, follow me there because I do lots of updates on there as well. But I'll kind of like vlog the whole trip on Instagram. So if you want to see that whole thing, then just jump on there and find me, and then you'll see me document that. But yeah, while I'm there, the whole plan is to film stuff with the EV 70 and the 90. I might be able to get my hands on that new Rain Mark II that's coming out. And then some other things that should be that they'll have in the. Oh, so should I? What are the other ones that you guys love? That NLX 14 or whatever. Maybe we'll set that one up too. We'll set that one up. Does anybody have any leaks on the Evox 12 upgrade, or are they moving away? I haven't heard anything. I mean, whispers. I saw something going around that they might be cooking up something new, but I haven't heard anything. and I've signed nothing. So if anything comes my way or if I hear anything, I'll let you know. I'm not sure what would you want it to be? What do you want? The thing is, they're not going to add Bluetooth to the sub. I don't think they're going to add all the bells and whistles that the other ones are doing because I can tell that because of the way that they're releasing their products. The way they're releasing products, it doesn't have any of that stuff. It's all very basic. It's just wood cabinet, big, hunky. Order it, spend a fortune. It's going to be chipped. Just get ready. Chipped or broken. So, you have to deal with that. So I am working on somebody that I'm going to meet up with. I'm not so entirely sure how excited they would be to have him there. You know what I mean? We'll have to see. But I am for sure working to do a collab with somebody while I'm out there. I will let you know as soon as that is official. We're going back and forth. It's kind of on his schedule if he can meet me there or not. But I'm working on trying to do a collab because I thought it'd be fun to have somebody else come out there and do that. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I haven't heard anything about that either. I even asked around some dealers, and none of the dealers are saying that that's true. Like dealers who usually hear stuff like that, they're not saying that's true. So I don't know where you heard that. If you guys heard something like that, send it to me. Um, but and I'll investigate. But other than that, I have not heard anything about the 15. I still don't have the 12s. They're not here. They're not here. No, I'm waiting on the white pair, so we'll see. I haven't heard anything about those. I saw somebody even today was like, "Hey, if I've got the J8s and the Evol 50, should I get the KC12s?" Um, my honest opinion to you, bro, like, or if any of you are thinking that, is I just think you're getting the new, it's like going from the iPhone 15 to the iPhone 16, or maybe the iPhone 13 to the 16, right? Couple of differences. You might, because it's a three-way, you might get a little bit more highs and mids out of the top than you're getting out of the Evolve 50. You're not going to get much more, I think, out of the sub. Uh, you know, that's apples and apples. How can you send a link? Send it to my Instagram. Send it right there. Send it right. I don't know. If you send it to me right now, I will look at it right now and we'll figure out what's going on. Otherwise, just jump on Instagram and send that right there. Because I haven't heard anything about a 15. And I was even talking to them. They didn't mention anything. They didn't say anything like, hey, we gotta, we're gonna do the 12 and then the 15 is gonna come out in the summer or anything like that. Are you replacing the sale of your black Evox 12s with new? No. So I'm trying to sell the only reason why I was trying to sell the Evox 12s is to get a white pair. I wanted to get a white pair. So that's it. So if any of you are local, I can't ship them. I just can't. You imagine what I can do. Although I have shipped speakers before and they didn't get dinged up. I stuffed a whole bunch of stuff in there to make sure it was nice. But if you are interested in a black pair of Evox 12s and you are local, maybe I'll end up bringing them to Midwest DJ Live with me if anyone wants to buy them there. But the whole point is I want to just switch them out for a white pair. That's the only reason. I am working on trying to see if Sweetwater is going to send me the 70s or the 90s. They are currently looking at campaigns with EV. And I'm working with EV right now too. So I don't know. It's all in the air. It's all in the air. A lot of times these guys don't get back to you right away. It's like a bride taking their time. You have to keep reminding them, hey, what about this? Hey, be nice. I got an idea. What do you guys think? And they're like, great idea. And you don't hear from them for like 2 weeks. And you're like, hey, remember? Like, oh yeah, sorry. That's this and that and this and that. It takes a while to get all this stuff done. It takes a while. It's slower than I would like it to be. Okay. He sent it to me. Guys, hang on a second. Let me take a peek at this. Let me see, bro. Here we go. Okay. It's from actual QSC? All right. Hold on. It's a different language, guy. Okay. So what I'm looking at here, what the hell am I looking at here? um Declares as its sole responsibility that the above named products are in compliance. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, hang on. I see what you're saying here. Let's see if I can throw this up on the screen so you guys can read this. And I'm not breaching anything because somebody just sent it to me. Plus, I don't have any loyalty to them right now, to be fucking honest with you. Okay. Let's take a peek. Okay, so that is there. I'll pull this. Oh, well. Here, let me replace this one. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm going to go a little bit more and then we're going to get out of here. Oh, let's see if that works. Okay, here we go. There it is. So, EU Declaration of where'd you get this? Powered loudspeaker model KC12 and KC15. All right. You can find it at the QC website. Okay, so this isn't secretive. Okay. Interesting. So they're declaring this is an actual QC further declares as its sole responsibility that the above named products are in compliance. Yep. Following standard we use to prove compliant. Okay, so there it is. Look at right there. You got model KC12 and KC15. Because I'm the world's safest DJ. That's why. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? So they are doing a 15. Good. Yeah, good. It should have been at the same time though. Should have been at the same time. The same time. Unless they're thinking this is another summer release. But that's good. That is smart. And it should be, I hope it's interchangeable with the tops. And just like the new Evolve, where you just have to buy the subs and then you can switch out the tops. That's interesting. All right. Thanks, bro. Thanks for sending that over. We just broke it. That's breaking news. Bam! All right. There's the 15. It's real. Okay. So it's coming out soon. Okay. That's cool. That's good to know. All right. Last thing, and I'll let you guys go. I found this. There's a local DJ company it's really easy to harvest 1-star reviews from. And I found one here. And the thing that's interesting to me about this one is that, like, Amy had an idea, and I like this idea too. So if you guys have some stuff to send to me. Sort of like the Reddit, am I the asshole, right? So the segment is like, is the DJ the asshole here? Okay. And so you guys feel free to send me stuff that you've read or seen, and then we'll discuss and decide whether or not this DJ is in the wrong. But the thing I'm interested about here is how this company responds to a guest review, and this isn't a client. Now, I don't know how many of you guys get these where you'll get, typically when I get a guest review, it's positive. However, the only 2 1-star reviews I have are from guests. And so, their response to this guest was interesting to me, to say the least. And I was wondering how you feel about a guest who may not be in on what's going on, what the expectations are, what the bride and groom or the couple asked you to do. And so maybe they feel let down, but the couple is happy. And so they go on and they hit up your reviews, which is exactly what happened to me. But she goes on to say, this is one of the worst DJ experiences. Okay. Our close friend hired them for a wedding DJ, and the DJ, whoops, didn't mean to show his name. That's all right. Showed up 30 minutes before the ceremony to set up. Okay. So strike one. I'll give you that. You should never be showing up 30 minutes before a ceremony. I can only, and this is what happens when you hire these big, giant ass companies. All right. Where they're just scrambling around to find some fucking guy that can go out there and do this. And he shows up 30 minutes before the thing. He also set the microphone stand incorrectly. Now, how I don't know how that happened. uh how does how wait, what'd you say? What was that document sent from the dyslexic guy trying to book you? Yeah, I know. I couldn't read any of that. Um he played a weird list of songs that we know the couple did not request for. Uh, that's not very specific, and I'm curious about that. Um, but look, there's easy ways to avoid this, and all you do is ask them, what vibe do you want during preceding? What vibe do you want during cocktail? And you give them a list of options. Don't leave it blank. Give them options and then leave a blank in case they have one. Typically, almost everybody picks like chill hits. I know some of you disagree. Some of them like the little jazzy background during cocktails. Or in this area, it's like country, right? So just let them, this is all avoidable. During the reception, he pronounced the bride's name incorrectly. That's unforgivable. When introducing the bride and groom, that's unforgivable. He said he took requests, but then when our friends put in their requests, he didn't even play them. I'll let that slide because you know how that goes. The worst part is that he couldn't even read the crowd and kept playing weird songs. There's that weird song again. I wonder what does she mean by that? What the fuck is a weird song? Like when I hear weird song at a wedding, was he playing like German house music? That's what I think is weird. You know, das ist was, das ist jawohl, jawohl. Like what the hell is weird music? And then sigh, what a disappointment. I'm gonna include some emotion. We don't recommend this company. They could have had a better experience plugging their Spotify into speakers. See, at the end of the day, if you've left everybody feeling like we we wasted all of our time and money, how the other thing is this is like, well, what went right? You had a sound system. How did speeches go? How did all that other stuff go? If you do a Spotify list, you don't have that stuff. You don't have it. But their response is interesting to me. We regret any confusion caused by this review. So I think they're speaking to anybody reading it. We resolve concerns directly with clients to maintain fairness and transparency. Feedback from non-clients may inadvertently misrepresent the facts as non-clients are not involved in client communications during the event planning, the actual event, or post-event discussions. The client's concerns were addressed directly and resolved to their satisfaction. Boots and cats. Touch my monkey, sprockets. What was the didn't didn't Mike Myers do like a German like weren't they like some weird house music band or something? I can't remember. I remember they all trust in the block, jawohl. But their response was interesting to me, and I wonder how you guys handle that when it's a client that's upset with how things went. However, with the things that she is mentioning, I can understand if it was just like the weird music. You know, if the complaints were about weird music, I could say, well, you weren't in on the meetings, you don't know. This is what they wanted, right? I can excuse that. I can't excuse didn't set the phone stand up correctly. How the fuck do you screw that up? What did he put it backwards? Did he stick the top into the ground and duct tape the mic to the stand part? How do you do that wrong? Maybe it was too low, and I can't raise it. I would say this also. If you guys don't already, get one of those mic stands that have the grip and you just kind of like, it's the hydraulic, you will avoid every problem you have for people that don't know how to use a mic stand. I'm this close to buying one for my daughter's school because I cannot stand going to these events and watching people do this. Try to get it up, I'm sitting there going, oh my God. And then they finally get it up. And then they're like, look at the mic, like, oh, I don't know what buttons to push. It's too driving me crazy. Get one of those things, hydraulic, nice. Give him a mic with no buttons. No buttons. And just have the guy in the back, the sound guy, mute and unmute. It just simplifies the whole thing. So that's inexcusable. Showing up 30 minutes before the ceremony is inexcusable. Not taking requests, I'll give you a pass on that. But I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. The reality is the root of their complaint is likely how he said their names. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. So when you do all those other things and then you also get the names wrong, nah, it's justified. It's justified. All right, I was wondering about that too. Did that feel AI to you guys? That felt kind of AI to me as well. Just a little too lawyery. But I'm guessing with a big company like this, you probably have to have a lawyer on retainer. That feels very legalistic, doesn't it? Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's see what ChatGPT does. And then we're going to go. Hopefully I can, let's see if I can share my screen. And you, okay, here we go. Let's see. Write me up a response. Hold on. Write me up a response to a negative review from the viewpoint. Oh, let's see. No, write me up a response to a negative review that came from a guest at a wedding. This is a DJ company. This is a DJ company. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Let me share it. No, we'll share the screen. Oh, okay. There it is. Hi, thank you for taking the time to share your feedback. We truly appreciate hearing from guests as it helps us continue to improve our services. We're sorry to hear that your experience wasn't what you had hoped for. Our goal at DJ Company is always to create a fun, enjoyable atmosphere for everyone at the event while respecting the couple's vision for their special day. It is scary how good this is. Since every wedding is unique, we work closely with the couple to curate the music and flow of the night based on their preferences. Wow. That being said, we always strive to accommodate all guests when possible, and we regret if we miss the mark for you. Your input is valuable, and we'll take it into consideration to enhance future events. If you'd like to discuss your experience further, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love the opportunity to make things right. Wow. That is goddamn good. Jeez. Is that good or what? I'll give you a thumbs up for that. This keeps it professional, acknowledges their feelings, and avoids getting defensive. Jeez. Oh my God. Man, is that good. Well, if you guys aren't already using this thing, I mean, look at that. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It's better than what we could come up with. I know. That felt AI. Why not? Why not? Why not use it? It's there. It's a tool. Get you out of a jam. Jeez. What is next with this thing? Huh? Are you guys worried? Are you worried that we're toast? Is our job on the fritz? Is there going to be a point? So I know right now the biggest thing is like emceeing the night, but what if I could go in there and type in everything that I needed emceeing? Hey, can you make, because it does audio now. It'll talk. So what if I was at a wedding? I was like, hey, can you make these announcements? Here are the couples that are coming out for the great entrance. I want you to say them in this order. And then here is the bride and groom's name, and we want to be announced as this. And then all of a sudden you just push play and like coming through next is Taylor and Jack. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the bride and groom. I mean, can you make this announcement about dinner? Hey, folks, dinner's going to be a buffet tonight. Looking forward to serving you. Please wait and hold on till your table is dismissed. We're going in order, so there's no favoritism involved. Please enjoy your dinner. Fuck. And then even AI right now is curating DJ sets. You know, the one thing it can't do right now is read the room. But let's not kid ourselves. As a wedding DJ, you know, come on. Damn it, Alex. No, I can't ever do that. Let's try one here. Let's see. I bought speakers. I bought expensive speakers. I bought expensive DJ speakers. And my wife is upset. What can I say to apologize to her? Bear in mind, this is not the first time I've done this. Oh my God. Okay, you ready? Here's what I said. I bought expensive DJ speakers and my wife is upset. What can I say to apologize to her? Bear in mind, this is not the first time I have done this. Okay. It's thinking.
I'm curious.
Okay. All right, it's coming through. You might want to acknowledge her feelings, take responsibility, and show that you're willing to improve. Here's something you could say. I know you're upset, and I completely understand. Here, come here. Let's do this live.
I look horrible. I don't want to be on camera.
You don't want to be on camera?
Well,
just respond vocally to this. All right, so don't read it. I'm going to say it to you.
Okay.
Here we go.
Unless I don't look horrible. Do I look horrible?
No, you look fine.
Okay.
Let me do it like I'm doing it for real.
That was a trap.
All right, go ahead and say, hey, what's this receipt for $8,000?
Hey, what's this receipt for
shit.
$8,000?
Okay, so there's a deal going on right now, and I was able to get those Evolve 70s, you know, the ones I've been talking about. I went out to New Jersey, and I got a really great deal. It's a discount deal, but yes, I picked them up. What's your response?
Were you going to talk to me about this before you did this, or
No.
what happened?
Well, I figured that you knew this was going to have happened eventually, so I mean, like, and all right, so now you're mad.
That is true.
Plus-
I figured you knew this was going to happen eventually. That's true. When I said my vows, that's true.
All right, Hairspray said we need a little background music. She's right, but I don't have anything sad. Okay, look, I could tell you're upset. I'm gonna acknowledge your feelings and take responsibility in my response to you right now. I know you're upset, and I completely understand why. This isn't the first time I've made a big purchase without talking to you first. And that's not fair to you. I got caught up in the excitement of improving my setup. But I should have included you in the decision. I'm really sorry for not respecting our financial teamwork. God damn, that's good. I love and appreciate you. And I want to do better about making these choices together and moving forward. Can we talk about a way to make sure this doesn't happen again? Jesus Christ. That's so good.
It is so good. You should have used that last time.
How do you feel? How do you feel after me saying that? You're not mad at me anymore, are you?
No, I'm not mad.
You can't be mad at me.
Okay, but I also, like, what happens, does it give you advice for what happens when you don't want to follow what this says? Because it says, like, how can I involve you in it next time?
Yeah.
But in your head, you're like, I'm going to do this a bunch of more times.
Yeah, no, but you're missing the point.
I'm not.
You,
I'm just wondering, like, does Chat GPT have advice?
Chet GPT?
Chat?
Hey, Chet.
Chat GPT,
Uh-huh.
does it have advice for when you're not going to follow what that says?
It doesn't matter. I've put this fire out. Okay. I've saved the day with this response.
It's true.
And
I would see through this though.
really?
Oh, yes, yes. Because the start doesn't start with you being really defensive about how
That's true.
you should be able to buy speakers because you make a lot of money. It didn't add that in.
Well,
This is
that's true. I
too
skipped all that.
Ideal.
I skipped all that part and got right to the apology, right?
Right.
So because at this point, because I've done it so frequently, there's no point. You know what I'm going to say. So now it's just how do I just make sure that, dinner isn't awkward tonight?
So the real suggestion is do this first, gentlemen. If you have been married for 20 years, you're screwed. We know you too well. But if you're just married, this can work. Do this, but you're screwed if you've been married for a while. We already know you.
So you're saying that you would see through, like, what if I memorized that and performed it legitimately? You would see through that? I think the only thing that gives it away is I'm really sorry for not respecting our financial teamwork.
Okay, that's what would trigger it. Teamwork? What are you talking about?
Since when have you ever paid a goddamn bill? I don't know any of the passwords to
I can't do
anything.
this.
I have no passwords. I have no passwords.
I do like that it says, did you tell it this isn't the first time?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you were honest about that. I was like, how does it know this isn't the first time?
Yeah, the prompt was, I bought expensive DJ speakers and my wife is upset. What can I say to apologize to her? Bear in mind, this is not the first time I have done this.
I know. Only thing I think it left out was at the end, it should be show you're making it okay. It should say something like, I understand that I made this without talking about you. It's completely valid if you would like to go buy something for $8,000 also.
Oh, so returning the
That's-
favor. So here's a check.
That's not true. I wouldn't.
So I just got to bribe you? So money is going to solve this
No.
problem?
No.
Because if I know I can just write you a check to get out of my bullshit, then all right.
No, because remember, I know where a financial situation is. So 8,000, if 8,000 pissed me off, 16,000
I love
off.
that ChatGPT is like your side bro, trying to help you out. But it's better.
Didn't it say it right here? This keeps it sincere and reassures her that you're aware of the pattern.
Yeah. Maybe even at the end, maybe even offer a small gesture like a date night or something that she enjoys to show you're making an effort.
I can't believe this. This is insane.
I shouldn't have brought you in on this.
I guess this is equivalent to girls wearing like a ton of makeup. Like you're kind of fake. You're covering off the bad, covering up the bad stuff. That's what this is.
Speaking of, real quickly, and then we gotta go. We watched a Judge Judy. No, it wasn't Judge Judy. It was a different. If you want to.
I don't know who it was. I don't remember who it was.
It was a different
She was
court.
awesome, though.
It was a different court lady. But the whole thing was the guy was upset because his wife had done a bunch of plastic surgery before they met and didn't disclose it to him. He found out later. Well, then they have a child, and he was disappointed. He thought the kid was ugly, and he was blaming her because it's all old pictures of her.
Because it was like false advertising.
It's false advertising. He was hoping, and he admitted this, I was really hoping I had good-looking kids because it's an advantage. Now he's got an ugly kid, and he blamed her because the plastic surgery doesn't leak into the genes.
You can't pass that down.
That was the craziest shit I ever seen. I couldn't believe that was real. And then the whole time we're watching this, we're like, oh, God, please show her before picture.
Mm-hmm.
And they did.
They did.
And I wasn't on his side until I saw it. Her eye was all wonky. Her nose was like,
She had a very crooked face.
It was sideways.
very
Like
crooked
everything
face.
was just leaning.
Yeah.
Like she was like one side was melting. But to be fair, and then we're like, oh God, please show the kid.
Yeah, I wanted to see the kid.
And they were like, do you have a photo of the kid? And he was like, I do. And we were like, I was like kicking my feet. I was like, yeah, we're gonna see the ugly kid. Let's go. And the kid was cute.
He was so adorable.
It was
So
it was unwarranted.
Now, if he had if he had a crooked face like her, I might feel
That's what I was hoping for so bad. And he was like because the whole time the judge is like, you motherfucker, and all this stuff. And, and the crowd's faces are just like, every time he would say stuff like this, but then they show like a Quasimodo looking kid, like, then it's like, well, he may have a point.
Yeah.
We'll assess the situation, but we're gonna rule for the defendant here.
So cute.
$5,000.
So cute.
All right. What did we learn today? And that's too loud. I'm sorry. I'll fix that in just a second. Okay. Thanks for jumping on, honey. We learned that I need to stay out of these conversations about Super Bowls and all that kind of shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought Donna Summers sang, "I will survive." I'm a fucking idiot. We also learned I'm also the world's safest DJ. Thank you for being here. I hope nobody got hurt today. Hope no one got hurt. And then last but not least, we learned that ChatGPT can get you out of a jam, baby. Next time I get pulled over by the cops, I'm pulling that shit up and asking him, how do I get out of this? See you today.